Development environments. Hello community, welcome to a new episode of Tech for Recruiters. In today's episode, we are going to understand the software development environment. Oh, super confusing, no?
Weird. Bazinga.
Let's begin with the three types that we have. So when you're developing software, you are developing into an environment, even if it's in your own machine. So the first environment is the local environment, right? That it's basically your computer. If you think about this, maybe, I don't know, when you started coding into HTML or CSS, you used a text editor, I don't know, as Atom or Sublime. What are you developing? It's stored in your computer and works there. It's static, right? Then if you turn it into the cloud, you move it from a local environment to a virtual or cloud environment. But let's say a local environment, it's the easier way of developing. You don't need past experience, you don't need to know anything about virtual machines and anything, and you can start right away. The second one is the virtual environment. So the virtual environment is a networking application or software that connects your work with your own machine with the work of others online, right? But you may be hearing, okay, but virtual environment and cloud are not similar. Yes, they are similar, but they are not the same. So a virtual environment uses virtual machine. What a virtual machine is, basically it's the same as our computer, but instead of being physical, it's on the cloud, right? It's a software, it's code that it's in between the cloud and our computer. In between the cloud and our computer. So basically, your computer, the cloud, and in between you have a hypervisor that are supervising what's happening all around. That selects what enters, what goes, and administrates all of this information. So that's a virtual environment. A virtual environment is a networked application or software that connects the work of your computer with the work of other people on the internet. And finally, we have the third development environment that I'm pretty sure you have heard a lot about these environments because when you scale, when you are growing more, and when your team has more team members, you have a host of your development, right? Online. That's a cloud environment. It's a whole infrastructure online that just not has hypervisors, but also has what's super important, data centers. So basically your code and everything that you're working or your team is working is also stored somewhere in the cloud. So now it all depends in what situation you are, what are you building, how complex is what you're building, and so on. If you're learning to code, use a local environment. If you already are wanting to send something into production, or you want to use and share the work of others, to use as packages or ways of simplifying time, go for a virtual environment, learn about the virtual machines, and use hypervisors. And if you already are a little bit bigger and you're building scalable systems, I recommend you to go onto cloud. If you want to learn a little bit more, see you next week in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe and also give the like button. And again, until next week, ciao!